Hello guys and welcome back to The Sims 4. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another speed build. We're doing an apartment, and the reason we're doing one of these tiny little apartments is because I wanted to do an unabashedly gaudy Christmas build. Or a Winterfest build, if you will. I'm going to be honest with you, this one's pretty heavily Christmas. I try a lot of times in my winter builds to incorporate the Sims version of Hanukkah and Kwanzaa and different things like that so that you can really easily modify. I was deep in the kitschy Hallmark Christmas spirit, so that's pretty strongly this build. And at the time you're seeing this, we're right around the holidays. I'm actually recording this on Thanksgiving. I had a lovely Thanksgiving brunch with my immediate family, and then on Saturday we're gonna have a big one. So I'm deep in the holidays right now. I am deep in tryptophan central, my dude, and I ate my weight in pie. And can I just say, I homemade some pumpkin pies, and they were freaking delicious. And it's insane to me because I can't bake. Anyways, yeah, so I went with a really small apartment because basically I didn't have a plan. I want it to kind of look like the North Pole threw up in here. So I started a little bit more modern, and I actually did kind of, as I was building, initially my thought was, well, maybe I should do it a little more modern and then just decorate. Maybe I should make it like a normal apartment, a normal little studio, and then decorate. And then I was like, no ma'am, we're not doing that. I'm going to build a fully kitschy Christmas situation. And honestly, it was the evergreen fridge that did it for me, because I'm using that in another build, which was supposed to be my Halloween build, but it's been kicking my rear end. And when that video comes out, you'll understand, because I never did fix the roof. Just, you'll understand when it comes out. That build will come out at some point. But anyways, I finally got to the kitchen on that build, and I discovered an evergreen fridge, that evergreen fridge. And I fell in love. And then I was like, that is the perfect Christmas fridge. So ended up using that. Struggled with the countertops forever. And if you had told me the life and death countertops were going to be the one I pick, I would have laughed at you. Because I like those countertops, but they have a very specific vibe to me, and I didn't think they were going to fit. But look how good the countertop looks with the top of the stove. Can we just admire that for a minute? I will say, so I've been playing with life and death for a little while. I have my sim doing things. And can I just say, I never noticed how infuriating these cabinets are, because their little hitbox is all the dang way down with those lights. So if you put anything behind them, you then can't touch it. It's insane. Alright, let's talk about the wallpaper in this kitchen, because I'm about to show you every wallpaper in the game. And I'm going to ultimately settle on something really weird and non-Christmassy, and then I'm going to come back and redo it and show you all the dang wallpapers in the game. I struggled so hard with this kitchen because I really wanted green, but I wanted the backsplash to not be green. And the thing is we got this wonderful backsplash piece in Love Struck, but it's really stylized. I really want to just take that piece, to be honest with you, and throw it into Sims 4 Studio. And I know I say that every time, but one day I'm going to get mad enough to do it, and then I'm just going to somewhere on the internet be like, folks, I did this thing, and it's going to be 40 versions of Subway Tile. But what I actually ended up doing was something completely different with the Party Essentials kit. It's supposed to be a photo background, but it looks like tile. And it's actually really cute tile. And it actually looked really cute in this kitchen. It wasn't the vibe I wanted, but I'm back pocketing it because you'll see it. I leave it for a while before I change again. You'll see it's actually not a bad look. And honestly, I liked it. I think I would have left it if it had stayed this size, this very small size, but the curse of the apartments got me, and nothing would fit on that wall, so I couldn't complete it. I don't know why it is the way that it is, but for something weird about that. So then I was like, well, I make it big, but then I can't make it big because of the window. So I make it half sized. Let me be clear. I think this turns out cute. I like this. It just wasn't right for the build, but we sit with it for a while. And like I said, this is about to get kitschy levels of Christmas. You think it's bad with the green walls now. Also, can I just say, this is a beautiful green. This is a warm, foresty green, and it is beautiful. And nothing in the game matches this. There is nothing else this beautiful foresty green in the game. Everything is emerald. And I am not mad at an emerald green. An emerald green is pretty. But we need more forest in our life. It is such a beautiful color. Ugh, I love forest green. We need more forest, and we need more like army and sage green in this game. I need to go into Sims 4 Studio. I'm gesturing wildly, which is usually a sign that I'm just incensed. Anyways, I started with this red couch. I do end up changing it, don't worry. I end up actually going with, I think, the unlockable couch from Get to City Living, wherever this couch comes from, City Living, I think. I end up going with this couch, and I'm trying to remember, I think it stays in the green, might also change it to tan, because it might have been too much green, I can't remember. I actually think I leave it green. And then I wanted a rocking chair, because Mrs. Claus, obviously, don't worry, I don't leave it that color. That evergreen, little pad, the cushion, is cute, but then I found that one, and I was like, oh yeah, the red is so much better. And then I wanted a fireplace, and I thought about doing an actual fireplace. There were a couple cute ones that I really thought about, and then I was like, you know what's actually really cute? This, like, the one I picked, this, like, kind of bright colored one. Now, is it quite the like, colors that I would hope for? No, but we can't have it all. And I liked the idea of it still being an apartment and still being, like, a fake fireplace, because your landlord would kill you if you put a real fireplace in. Some apartments do have real fireplaces. I kind of felt like this one, based on the shape of the building and stuff, probably didn't. Also, I do want to acknowledge that I completely changed the windows, and I know that's going to look weird from the outside, and I'll be honest with you, sometimes I care about that. Today, nope, did not care. They gave us the opportunity to move the windows. Sometimes I'm just not going to care what it looks like from the outside. What it looks like from the outside, none of my business. None of my Sims business. Here I wanted to have an entry table. So I guess I should explain that too. I put the bathroom next to the main door, and I hate the main door in this apartment. I hate the main door in like several of the apartments here because it is a glass door, and that is terrible. I don't like glass front doors kind of in general. I will put them in houses because it's an outside door and it makes a little bit more sense. I personally would always have a curtain on it. My back door has a window and the curtain fell off, and I literally have a dish towel taped up right now. Don't judge me. I'm gonna get it fixed. But in an apartment, it feels incredibly icky, and especially in a studio like this, like someone walks by your apartment and they can see into your whole space. Yee, I didn't like it. So first of all, I put the bathroom next to it to kind of create like this hallway space that that way most of your apartment wouldn't have been viewable by the front door anyway. Second of all, I just gave up and like cut 2 squares off and was like, there's the door they chose, which is wrong, and then the entering door that I chose, which is correct. I just went with that because it weirded me out. I don't know why. Ugh, I think because to me, apartments feel maybe like a little bit more like, secluded, I guess, which sounds weird, right? But like, it's like your little space in the city is usually how it's kind of portrayed, like your little, and so the idea of a window, no. I think also because you're in such tight proximity with your neighbors, like a window in a house door, you're usually up past a porch and you usually have to walk up on the house. Usually there's some sort of front yard. Even in like a condo right up against the sidewalk, there's still like a little bit of walkway usually. It's icky in an apartment. I'm not going to lament it any longer, but so I made my own. So in essence, I looked at this apartment that they gave us and I said, thanks Sims team, I'm going to change everything about it. Should surprise no one. So here's where it goes a little bit off the rails. I do end up picking what is objectively a very pinky red tile. We're going to pretend it's redder than it is. I liked this one too. This one just felt a little dark. It felt like a little heavy-handed in the space, but I do really like this this tile. But this red one, I was like, I've leaned fully into the kitsch. I was like, I've leaned fully into the nonsense here. I'm just gonna continue it. So I ended up, this is where the kitchen started. And I did, because it's a Christmas build, I did sort of want that like jolly and bright feel. And so I thought I could get away with the sort of multi-toned red, pink. It's almost salmon-y colored. And I liked it actually with the green. I know. But I think it's cute and we can get away with it because this entire apartment is Christmas. Normally when I do a Christmas build, I try to be like, and look, it's a beautiful home. So as soon as you're done with Christmas, you can remove all the Christmas stuff and it'll turn into a lovely home. Nope, I didn't do that with this one. You would lose 90% of the spirit of this apartment. removing the Christmas stuff, you absolutely could do it. And if you want to see me do it, I will happily do a run out video of this apartment where I change it into a non-Christmas apartment. But like, this was fully meant to be holly and jolly. This is the prime definition of merry and bright. Like, full Christmas vibes here. Full Christmas vibes. I hung stuff in the windows. These ones are okay for the most part, although you can kind of see it. There's a weird thing that happens with The Sims 4 sometimes, where if you put decorations in front of a window, sometimes they get blurry because it's blurring the stuff outside, and that filter gets applied. I didn't notice it so much with these. If it really bothers you, I would just move that stuff off the window. It's not going to change the vibe that much. Here, you're about to see me struggle with the thing I was talking about earlier, with the freaking, cabinets being way wider than their hitbox being way wider than they are, or longer. What is that? That was so unbelievably annoying. That was so unnecessarily annoying. Okay, and now you're gonna watch me stare at this wall like 3 separate times and get distracted and not actually put art on this wall, I believe. Or maybe this is the time I do. I definitely got distracted several times and bounced around this apartment like crazy. And actually, you won't even see me put stuff on the wall in the kitchen because I was halfway through taking screenshots when I went, oh my gosh, where's the aprons? So I was all over the place with this one. And this was also, this build took 2 parts, but literally built like 98% of it in one go, and then went, I don't really want to do the bathrooms, and just did the bathroom separately. But like, it's one of those rare builds where I actually built like the whole dang thing in one fell swoop. I know, who is she? I'd love to say it's because I'm getting better at it. I'm not. I'm not. And I know it's a little silly, but I left the decoration boxes out. Even though I don't think you can really decorate in an apartment, I left them out because that's always been a staple in my house. We try really hard to find a place to put the decor boxes when we're decoring, but there's always at least 1 or 2 that just live in the hallway. And like, I kind of figured if she brought them up from like a storage unit or something, she'd probably just leave them in the hallway. Or if she pulled them out from under the bed, she just don't want to put them back under the bed. You know, there's lots of possibilities, I guess, with this one. And then I used my favorite lamp of all time, which comes in green. I love that lamp so much. That lamp brings me so much joy. This is an apartment that needs TLC. So there is a mouse hole behind the kitchen cabinets. I don't know if the mouse will still come out, but just be aware. And also it has those pipes and the power box and stuff that you can't remove, and those will sometimes break and need stuff. You will have to move furniture for like fixing those things, and it's definitely an annoyance, but I kind of don't worry about it because in real life I would have to move furniture and stuff. Sometimes I'll put them in cabinets because in real life you could put them in cabinets, you know, like build custom cabinets around it. And if like I was building this apartment, that's probably what I would do. And like, I know some people who won't because then you have to go into build mode, move that stuff, but I'm like, that to me is just part of the gameplay, right? Like, if the Sims could move furniture themselves, which thank goodness they can't, because the amount of times I put effort into a build only for the Sim to come in and be like, wow, this is really ugly, and I'm like, excuse me? Anyways, if Sims could move furniture themselves, she would just pull that nightstand out, right? Like, she would just be like, I need in here, and just move this nightstand, probably just throw it up on the bed, to be honest with you, or just slide it somewhere, as the landlord comes in. So I don't mind popping into build mode and just being like, let's pull that into the middle of the floor for a minute. Let the guy in, he'll fix it, you know, go. Or fix it herself. I don't know, maybe she's handy and has that kind of relationship with her landlord. Stacked a little bottle of juice next to the candelabras. I thought that was kind of cute. A little festive spirit moment, and some stuff on the cabinets there. Put some Christmas colored books. Maybe she's reading The Night Before Christmas. And more candles in this house than is probably safe. Let's be real here. Unless those are all fake, playing a little bit of a dangerous game, but it's The Sims, so it's fine. We don't light a ton of candles in my house. We have started lighting some, but my aunt actually lit her house on fire with candles, so everyone's like just a little touchy. That pillow is kind of goofed. I do fix it, but I think it's still wrong in the screenshots, but I have fixed it. So when this like gets uploaded, which side note, when it gets uploaded, it'll get uploaded as a room, and I'll have knocked out some of the walls to make it all one big room. Usually I knock them out in front of the doors if I can, or near the doors, so you just have to put those walls back in and paint them. And it shouldn't change much, but for some reason you can't upload apartments like on their own. I don't really know why. Yeah, and then the game decided move objects was a mess, and like deleted my rocking chair for reasons I don't understand. Here I'm doing the bathroom. It is a bright bathroom. It is bright red. But again, like I told you, unapologetically Christmas on this one. Hallmark, like, full on just exists here in this space. And it's red and it's gold and it's a lot. And it is functional. I did test it because I couldn't remember if the toilet would work there or not. And I forgot you have to move it over one so that it'll fit. Because Sims get in on the left-hand side of showers like that. Which, honestly, is so annoying. Because in real life, you would just get in on whatever side. Like, every double shower I've seen, and maybe this is, like, just an American thing, and I apologize if it is. But every double shower that I've ever existed with, the door's open on both sides. So if your toilet was on the left side, you would just get in on the right. I don't get it. I don't understand. Regardless, I moved the toilet. The thing works. It's fine. And I think I actually left the testing in here to show you because I knew people would maybe be concerned about that. Because also, I've had some people inform me that they don't think the shower works when you sink it into the wall like that. It is. You do have to be fiddly with it. But yeah, the shower works and she's able to use the restroom and she's able to wash her hands and it's glorious. And then I kicked her back out because I needed to take screenshots and things. She'll leave here in just a minute. Yeah, there's a few non-Christmassy pieces of art in here, and that is actually a TV. That piece of art is actually a TV, which I thought was nice. So it's not particularly Christmassy, but it also doesn't, like, ruin the vibe by being giant and black. I don't think it would be that hard to de-Christmasify this place. It would definitely be work. It definitely wouldn't be as simple as just removing the decorations, but I don't think it would be that hard to de-Christmasify this place. I think you could achieve it. But I also don't know why you'd want to. Maybe just leave Christmas up. Maybe you have a Christmas sim. Maybe your sim is an elf off duty at the North Pole. Like, this is where they spend their time when it's not make toys season. I don't know. I'm not judging. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be a fun story to tell, actually. That'd be a really fun story to tell. Now I'm thinking we might have a personal gameplay moment happening here. Adding just a few more things because I did want a little bit more plant life in the room, like flowers or something. So I tried to add a little bit more of that. Realistically, there's not a lot of plants in this house. That's the one beef I have. It'd be nice if there were more plants, but it was a little bit hard to add. Anyways, here's the screenshots, and I've been yapping at you for a while, so I'm going to go ahead and go. Thanks for hanging out with me. I'm glad you're here. You make the world a better place just by being you. I hope you know you're loved, and if you celebrate or if you don't, I hope this December has treated you in the way that you wanted it to treat you. I hope it treated you well. I love you. You're always welcome at my holiday table. I hope you are having a great time, and I will catch you next time. Okay, love you. Bye. Mwah.